Um, wow, what a weekend. I saw Devil Wears Prada finally.
Let's go.
Did you see it?
I still haven't seen it.
Okay. I saw it in a really interesting place. I saw it at a like semi-private. No, it's a private cinema.
Yeah,
Um,
how was that?
really cool. Like it was awesome.
What's it called?
It's called Metro, and it's
Is it in
actually
Brooklyn?
no, it's actually in Manhattan. It's in like the Chelsea, like on the west side.
Okay.
And it was started by the Alamo founders,
Oh,
or one of the Alamo founders, something like that. But it was cool. They served you like a full like 3-course dinner, and it was like an experience for sure. It's
how,
expensive though.
how much per person ish?
I mean, I didn't organize it. My friend organized it, and it was like $100 something per person. So it was like dinner and a movie. Like you kind of like, if you do the math on that, it's like about equal to that. So probably not that crazy,
Was the
but
food good?
the food was really good actually.
I'd say that's reasonable then. If it was bad food, then maybe not, but
It was like prime rib. Like it was good.
yeah.
Yeah.
What is the like auditorium like?
It's like six, like there's 2 rows. There's like six reclinable seats, kind of like I would like equate them to like the Alamo Draft House, or like not quite like the level of like an AMC, like really comfy seat. It's like a Regal reclinable seats. They could have
Yeah,
reclined more, honestly. And then the front is like couches
gotcha.
that I don't believe those reclined, but they were like big, like comfy couches, basically.
How many people did you have?
We had 12 people, which was cool. It was like a
Yeah.
little, what was actually really fun was that we could like, people could provide commentary like in the like moment,
Yeah.
whereas normally that's rude. I thought it was like, it really added to the experience.
For a movie like that, it's good. For some movies, you might not want that, but yeah, for a movie like that, I feel like it's fun.
Yeah, it was fun. Anyway, hey guys, what's up? Hi chat. Welcome to Mogul Moves Weekly. This is our bi-weekly live stream that covers everything from Hollywood for the industry's biggest power plays to box office buzz. And I am your host, Luigi. This is my co-host, Josh. Say hi, Josh.
Hi, Josh.
Let's get into it. I think we had a relatively exciting weekend, or rather, there's some good holdover energy happening, which is cool always to see.
Yeah, still a strong weekend. Number one was the holdover in Devil Wears Prada, dropped about 45%, but still did 41 million. So super solid. Obviously, plenty of people still seeing that, yourself included. Mover for the week, number one by a good margin was Mortal Kombat 2, which I think at 38 million did about what was expected, but I think overperformed compared to the first one by quite a bit. I think I watched the first one again on Sunday, and it was just kind of like a weird, forgettable movie. It seems like they kind of captured the spirit of it a little bit better for the sequel.
Yeah, like it had a POV. Seemingly from the trailer, it seems like they were clear on what the tone was going to be.
Yeah, the first one is like, I don't know, it's weird. It's like almost trying to be like like part UFC movie, trying to be kind of sentimental still. I mean,
Yeah,
obviously you want a little bit of that, but it seems like this one's kind of just like a true video game adaptation.
yeah, and I saw somewhere that the movie, or this Mortal Kombat, made more than the entirety of the first one
I think that's true.
in
Yeah.
the first weekend, rather.
Yeah, not surprising. Another holdover, Michael, has been holding over really well, only down 30% to 37.9 million. So that kind of is keeping up with the buzz. Another new release this week was Sheep Detectives, 15 million. And the Billie Eilish tour did 7 million, releasing this week.
Oh, did I not put Sheep Detectives on here? Shoot, my bad.
Sorry, Sheep Detectives.
Sorry, guys. Well, I thought that was like a big sort of sleeper hit. I saw a lot
Yeah,
of people kind of talking about that online, and lots of people like going to see it for Mother's Day. So that was an interesting. I would have never guessed.
No, I think we kind of talked about it. I mean, it's continuing on the talking animal trend,
Mhm.
which has been a hit over the last year. But I don't recall seeing a movie where it like mixes people and animated talking animals in quite some time. So maybe there's a hidden market for that we don't know about.
Yeah, and assuming
Um,
it's, like, CGI or whatever,
I
right?
think so. Yeah. And yeah, Super Mario Galaxy and Project Hail Mary hanging around in like the 6, 7 spots, still still doing well, racking up the numbers.
Cool. Alright, so therefore, I think let's discuss our picks, holds, and drops this week for Mogul. Um,
Uh, it's kind of a weird week for picks. I haven't seen too many box office numbers, probably for a reason. It's like nothing major. We're kind of looking forward to next weekend with Mandalorian.
yeah, for sure. Although I have been seeing a lot of good things about Obsession, or at least they're,
Yes.
like, spending a lot of marketing dollars on it because it's seemingly everywhere, at least on, like, movie Twitter.
I think we watched that trailer last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks fun. We have a Obsession this week. Shrek is going wide re-release. I think what is that, the 25th anniversary, which is
Oh,
crazy. Um, Is God Is in the Gray, which I think is that like Jake Gyllenhaal movie,
yeah, yeah.
uh, Driver's Ed. So some smaller releases this week. I don't think any of them. Maybe Obsession will do like 10 to 15, but I don't think any of them will do over 10. Um, but if you guys, know something that we don't, one of these might be like a really good sleeper pick. Yeah, I think you might be right. I think Obsession might be a good pickup.
Yeah, that's probably the one. I would still, and then for hold, I think I would hold Devil Wears Prada. I know just, like, I know from my experience and from my network that people are gonna see it more than once, and people have already even.
Yeah. I think I would probably hold Michael one more week for sure. I'm not sure about Mortal Kombat. I don't know if that's like a good like holdover pick.
Mhm.
If it will like I don't know if it has like the buzz to carry itself forward or if it's just kind of like a hype movie that people are going to go see. And then that's kind of it. Might end up on streamers before long. Dropping, yeah, just drop old inventory probably.
Yeah, I think maybe it's time to drop, like, Mario. I don't know if you have.
Project Hail Mary, even maybe it's like finally down into the single millions, both of those now. So,
Yeah,
and there's a lot on the horizon. You could pick up Mandalorian and Grogu next week, and I think following that, it's like a big release every week,
yeah,
July.
yeah. Exciting June and July for sure. Alright, moving on to our trending topics segment. The first up, we have a little bit of a sneak peek at Odyssey. The Odyssey, sorry, Christopher Nolan. We finally got some pretty big behind the scenes looks at, the Odyssey, and it seemingly is huge. It's massive. It cost, I guess, 250 million to make. Um, and then obviously, like we've talked about before, the cast is insane. Matt Damon, Tom Holland, Anne Hathaway, Zendaya, Lupita Nyong'o, Charlize Theron, Travis Scott.
Yeah, it goes on and on.
But I think, and Chris Nolan did I keep calling him Chris like we're friends. Um, did an interview with Time Magazine. He's discussing the effects that he used. No green screen was used at all for this, and then also a lot of it is practical effects. So like they used puppets for like some of the monsters. They built the sets, etc. It's like real fire, which is always fun to see on screen. So I think people are obviously really excited for this. The other things are like they're not like leaning into sort of old tropes of of a movie like this set in a period. So I guess the scoring for it, like a challenge to the person who scored it, was to not use an orchestra, and
Hmm.
so it's scored without an orchestra, which is kind of crazy. Like for
Is it
this,
Hans Zimmer? Do you know if it's Hans Zimmer?
I believe it is Hans Zimmer. Yeah,
I mean, that's a safe bet. Oh no, it's
I know
Ludwig
it's Ludwig
Göransson.
Göransson.
What
Oh,
else has he
wow.
done?
He did Sinners. He did.
I
Uh,
know he has some bangers.
he's done like he did Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
He worked like very closely with Ryan Coogler and I guess Christopher Nolan as well.
He did Mandalorian and Grogu apparently.
There you go. See. So I'm interested to see. Like, it sounds like it's not kind of a typical, and we even know from even the costuming and like the casting, frankly, like it's not like they're trying to maintain some sort of historical accuracy. It's an artistic take on the Odyssey, so I'm really excited for that.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I think there's a lot of like history and nerds who get kind of bent out of shape that stuff is not like period accurate. But I mean, I feel like the Odyssey is, I mean, it's based on history, but it's more of like myth and legend than anything. So I think a stylistic take on it is good, especially when it's from Christopher Nolan. So Chris Nolan.
Yeah, Chris, my friend Chris.
Join us on the podcast sometime.
I know, seriously. Next up, so Cannes has already started being in the press and also like trending online. The jury is obviously, as you can see from this picture, star-studded. We have Demi Moore, Chloe Zhao. Yeah, I mean, it's just going to be. I think it's set up to be a very like interesting Cannes, very like sort of action-packed in terms of what happens and what gets talked about. Interestingly, they did a panel for the jury, and a lot of stuff came up, and it's starting to kind of stir up some drama, as it always does. The biggest reaction came from something that Demi Moore actually said, talking about AI. I have a recording of that here, so let's have a look.
Wow, that's a big question. I think the reality is that to resist, I always feel that againstness breeds againstness. AI is here. And so to fight it is to, in a sense, to fight something that is a battle that we will lose. So to find ways in which we can work with it, I think is a more valuable path to take.
Yeah, I think like I know what she's trying to say, but it came across, unfortunately, in a place like Cannes where like it is true artists that like, you know, they're a lot of them are very anti-AI. Seems
Yeah.
like the wrong audience to like spread this sort of homily to. One of
Yeah,
the
it's a
below the video
go ahead.
said, what does this say? It says, "Fuck that, and every celeb who says it's here, we have to accept it. We fucking do not." So, I mean, it's obviously a polarizing topic. What were you gonna say?
I mean, I think in like any normal venue, not especially non like, you know, social media captured venue, like it's a pretty reasonable take, but it's obviously a little more nuanced when it comes to art. I mean, AI is affecting all of our jobs. It's going to affect everyone's jobs in Hollywood for sure. Yeah, maybe just not the most, not the right time and place, I guess.
I'm sure when she said it, she was like, "Okay, that's going to definitely be clipped and
Yeah.
go viral," and it has. I mean, a lot of creatives in Hollywood are saying we're already relying too much on AI. Christopher Nolan has made multiple statements. I think like we're seeing this tension between AI and like practical effects and like getting dirty, all of that stuff. So, and I think like just generally people, at least the audience, right? Like if Hollywood is serving this audience and this audience actually is not liking what's happening with AI, then it is in the best interest of these studios to like use it sparingly or at least not replace a bunch of people with it.
Yeah. I mean, it's a tension I think we're all seeing in our lives if you're anything even like remotely tech related. So we shall see.
We shall. Okay. On a lighter note, next up we have Scary Movie 2026 spoofing Call Her Daddy. It's absolutely hilarious. There was a new Scary Movie trailer, and it includes a spoof of Call Her Daddy called Call Her Mommy that features Anna Faris, or Call Me Mommy rather. And don't search Call Me Mommy on Twitter, or really definitely not when you're at work. It's like not great. Or it might be great for you, you know, like
Do it at home.
yeah. It's definitely NSFW. So let's give it a look. It stars Anna Faris and Regina Hall parodying, obviously, this very famous podcaster.
To take.
Good dick. And it do it to you every time.
Hey, Mommy Gang. Welcome back to Call Us Mommy.
What's up, Mommy Gang?
I'm your host, Cindy Campbell, joined by my best friend, Brenda Meeks. Happy Mother's Day. We are celebrating in the best way possible.
Yes. Without our kids. I need a break. I'm tired of looking at them every day.
Would you rather take shots with your kids or rip a bong with your kids?
Ooh, that's tough. That is tough.
There's no way to do both, right?
Which would you rather have? Oh, this is easy. Your kids or $1 billion? $1 billion. I mean.
Oh, yeah, $1 billion.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness.
That's a dumb question.
Yeah, what about this one?
Would you rather your kid be the biter or get bitten?
You better bite the hell out of them, baby.
I knew it. I knew it. Would you rather have a gay son or a thought daughter?
I believe in equal rights, so I would rather have both. Okay, what about you?
I kind of don't want any kids anymore.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all for today, Mommy Gang. Next week, we are keeping up with a special guest who was once a daddy and is now a mommy.
Ooh, call me daddy, Mom.
I mean, come on, that's just I just love those two so much. I'm so excited for them to be back in the mix and on my screen.
It's crazy that we haven't had a scary movie in so long. It's like the world is so ripe for that type of humor right now.
I know, and they're doing what they do best, which is take, things that are actually happening, like Call Her Daddy, and making them hilarious, making fun of them. So I know we need it. It will heal us.
Yeah, it reminds me of like The Onion. I feel like The Onion is like coming into its own almost more than ever, just with how insane the world is right now.
Yeah, totally. I know. Sometimes I read Onion articles. I'm like, is this real or is this not? It could.
Yeah, it used to be so obvious.
The other one is Reductress. Do you ever see those?
I don't know that one.
Oh, that's funny. That one's funny. All right. Finally, an extremely boring subject, but I figured it was worth mentioning. Warner Brothers versus Village Roadshow settlement for The Matrix. So I guess they finally settled a legal battle with Village Roadshow over The Matrix Resurrection. So it would have been like this last Matrix. Village Roadshow agreed to pay Warner $57 million after a long dispute over the movie's HBO Max day and date release back in 2020.
Damn.
I guess they accused Warner of hurting the film financially by putting it on streaming immediately. It was in that weird time where it was like people didn't really want to go back to the movie. 2021 is like we were still coming out of COVID. So, I mean, it got worse because Village Roadshow went bankrupt, and now Warner basically walks away winning the fight, right? So, I can't let that be like the end of The Matrix in its final sort of form. I hope they do another one, and they need to do it soon because, people are getting old.
Yeah, I don't think I ever saw the reboot one.
I did, only because a lot of it was set in San Francisco. And they did the premiere actually in San Francisco at a theater that was like right by my old apartment. So it was like I was there. I just actually happened to be there when the premiere was happening, and I saw Keanu, and like it was cool. But I was like, well, now I have to see it. So I did, and it was bad. So
yeah, Keanu's still got some good years left in him. I mean, there's still room to reboot it again, I guess, but I don't know. The original Matrix is just like so magic. It's one of those things that like you're not sure if people should really touch it.
Yeah. I mean, I think Keanu has another John Wick and definitely one more Matrix in him. I feel like we can.
I hope so. I do kind of hope so.
I know. All right, last up, that's it for our trending topics. Last up, we have our leaderboard update. So it looks like some good movement has been made. We are approaching the end of the season. Right now at the number one spot, Wolf's Wedding. Number 2, Foxtrot. Sorry, Foxtrot, you got knocked down there. Share Love has made their way to number 3. McDonald Duck approaching the top 4 spot, and Yoda Steer.
Some new names in there.
Yeah, exciting stuff. Remember
Cool.
that right now Mogul is free to play, so you can check it out at mogulgame.moviepass.com. The season is ending on Memorial Day weekend, so if you haven't yet, get in there before you can't anymore. We will see you on Thursday.